Hello everyone, this is Ravindar Dundra and welcome back to my channel. In this lecture, we are going to discuss about class 9 CBSE Geography chapter number 4, that is climate. So in the previous lectures, we were discussing about this advanced monsoon as well as we have also seen about the retreating monsoon and when the monsoon occurs and what kind of changes it takes place in the country, then later on how it withdraws from the country. So all these things we were discussing in the previous lectures. So now the last concepts of this chapter are to discuss about this distribution of this rainfall. That means how this monsoon is distributing the rainfall over the different regions of the country. As we have discussed about the monsoon trough, which normally lies in this particular region, sometimes as I told, it might shift towards the northern part or sometimes it might shift towards the southern part. So depending upon this, the rainfall which is brought by the monsoon winds may vary from place to place. So let us see which places receive more and which places will receive lesser. So starting with this, the main areas which receive higher rainfall is from this western coast, which is located in this particular region of the country. So where you can see on the windward side of the western Ghats, you can find more and more rainfall. Then later on you can also find this in northeastern region where the monsoon winds travel in this direction and crossing this western Ghats, again they will be entering into this northeastern region of the country. So because of this western coast as well as northeastern region, at an average it receives 400 centimeters rainfall annually. But at the same time, there are some places which receive a very less amount of rainfall. For example, you take the western Rajasthan, this particular region where the Thar desert is located, and at the same time some parts of the Gujarat, especially this particular region of Gujarat, then Haryana and Punjab, which are located in this region. So all these regions are mostly located in the northwestern part of the country, which receives a very less amount of rainfall annually, which is 60 centimeters. Then if you can take, it is also equally low in the interior of the Deccan Plateau. That means the low rainfall can also observe in this inside of this Deccan Plateau, and you can also find it in Leh in Jammu and Kashmir. So these are the places which receive a very less amount of rainfall compared to the other places. So once again, if you see the western coast as well as the northeastern region which receives a high amount of rainfall, as we have already discussed, a place in Meghalaya which receives the highest amount of rainfall in the world itself, that is Monsoon. Then we can also find the places which receive a very lesser rainfall. But at the same time, you should also note that the monsoon or the rainfall varies from year to year, as we have discussed about the El Nino as well as La Nino. So if there is an El Nino, means basically the monsoon carries less amount of moisture, it brings lesser rainfall. Whereas if it is the case of La Nino, we can expect more and more rainfall. So in the worst case, what happens is that the regions which are already receiving lesser rainfall, the northwestern region and the north region, they may experience drought condition, and the regions which are already receiving may experience somewhat a lesser rainfall compared to the good monsoon time. So this is how the rainfall is distributed over the country in the different regions. So next we will see how this monsoon will unify our country, or you can say how monsoon acts as a unifying bond to the country. Let us discuss how this monsoon acts as a unifying bond for the entire country. So before that, let us take some of the important unique specialty about this country. So the first and very important thing is that the Himalayas protect from extreme cold winds which are blowing from the Central Asia. If you can take the Himalayas in this particular region, so these Himalayas, they are actually protecting our country from the cold winds which are blowing from this direction. So because of the Himalayas, the places on the southern part of the Himalayas, they usually experience this higher temperatures. That is one thing. Then the next thing is the peninsular plateau under the influence of sea on three sides experience moderate temperatures. You can see the peninsular plateau which is located in this particular region. So it has a effect effect from three sides with the water: Arabian Sea, the Indian Ocean, as well as this Bay of Bengal. So because of this, if any landmass, if it is surrounded with the water, they will experience moderate temperatures. So because of this, the peninsular plateau region will experience the moderate temperatures. So despite having this many variations here and here, there is one common thing which actually unifies our entire country, or you can say which unites the entire country. So that is actually the monsoon. So how it unites is that you can take the Indian landscape, that means this Indian entire landscape and its animals. You can take the plant life, agriculture calendar, life of people, including the festival, actually revolves around the monsoon. So no matter the place which you are living, maybe in the northern region or in the peninsular region, one common thing which unifies the entire country is this monsoon. Taking from this animals, plant life, agriculture calendar, life of people, and even including the festivals, makes unified by this monsoon. So why? Because you can take the agriculture, for example, they require water, so people eagerly waiting for water. Then you can take the plant life, they also require water, so they'll be eagerly waiting for the monsoon. Then animals, then you can also take some of the festivals also revolve around this monsoon. So because of all these factors which are depending upon the monsoon, they all are actually from each and every region of the country. Then the other thing is that this monsoon wind binds the whole country by providing water to agricultural activities. And not only that, these monsoon winds, whenever they bring rainfall, whenever they carry moisture, they bring rainfall, then they provide water to start these agricultural activities, not in one region but in the entire region. So despite having the differences in the temperatures as well as the other things, you can take the landmass or any other physical features, one common thing which is unifying the entire country is this, something known as this Indian monsoon. So each and every person, you can take plant, animal, agriculture, so every person is actually depending, or their life is revolving around this monsoon. So in this, you can say that this monsoon is actually unifying our entire country. So with this, we have completed this chapter called climate. Thank you.